Hey guys, Dan Heilman back with another video. Today we're going to be talking about some of the charts. We're going to be talking about alt season, potentially what it will take to start alt season. We're going to talk about some of the Fed data that's coming out in the next couple of days, the next week. So let's begin. All right, very first thing, we'll just go through some quick price action. This is Bitcoin, of course. Again, we're hunting for a cycle low here. So we're looking for a nice little low point here, somewhere in this area, somewhere between where we are right now, 95,000, all the way down to 90-ish thousand. I don't predict it's going to go much lower than that, but you never know what's going to happen. And then I'm looking for a nice price doubling up to about 180,000 for Bitcoin over the next couple months. So we'll see what happens. And as you can see, there's a lot of red on the chart today. So Ethereum is holding up well after the Bybit hack. I think they have had to probably purchase some more Ethereum, so that's probably helping for sure. Binance has been pretty stable. Sui, Litecoin has been holding up very well, still trading between the 121 and the 137 level. AVAX has pulled back a little bit. SPX has, FET Render, TARS AI. So those are some of the big coins that I am watching currently. Now, let's talk about alt season. So very first thing, we'll look at Bitcoin dominance. You can see Bitcoin dominance is kind of just holding steady in this 62%. So somewhere in 60 to 62. We're looking for this to drop off, and then we'll know that is most likely the beginning of alt season. If we look at the others chart, so this is basically all of the crypto besides the top 10. It's on a log scale. You can see here, I can, yeah, so that's what we got going on. And I just wanted to point out two things that usually kind of helps alt season along. So first thing is the Federal Reserve assets, right? So this is WALCL on TradingView if you want to look it up. This is the purple chart here. You can see this is basically what is called quantitative tightening or quantitative easing. Tightening is when they are reducing these assets, and easing is when they're increasing the assets. So right now we're in quantitative tightening. You can see the purple chart is going down. And as you can see, historically, when this chart is going up or sideways, when you can also remove quantitative tightening and not start quantitative easing. That is just a flat line like right here. And you can see the price of assets went up a lot. So you're basically just looking for this chart to even out, go flat for a while, then we can most likely start building more altcoin positions, more value in these altcoins. And then once it goes up, that means, you know, they're adding more balance to their sheet, and it basically, you know, spurs this. Now, another thing is the money supply. So this is Federal Reserve currency printing, same thing. You can see when they're printing, the price goes up a lot. Printing, price is going up, basically the whole time they're printing, right? And you can see they have kind of pulled back right here. You can see when the printing has stopped up near the top here. Let me, yeah. So when the printing stops like this, you can see the price has been pulling back since, yeah, basically 2021, right? Which also coincides with the end of that phase, right? So you have your 4-year cycles for Bitcoin. A lot of the altcoins follow that, and they also follow the election cycles and the money cycles. So right now it's kind of a weird situation for us because it's not, you know, we've had such a long period of tightening now. I mean, look how long this has been here. So it's been a very long time, and they haven't been printing money very much. You know, I guess they've printed a small amount of money since about December of 2023. They have printed, you know, just a little bit there. So I don't even know if this is reading the right asset here at this point, but yeah, so that's what we got going on. And this is kind of what we're waiting for happen. Now, the Fed has said that they will probably stop quantitative tightening in mid 2025. So that means, you know, June-ish, July-ish timeframe. Maybe we're going to see this chart level out here. That would be very nice. And even maybe start going back up, which would be great. So that's what we're kind of looking for. And there is some data coming from the Fed next week. So first thing in terms of interest rates, you know, Basically, what we're looking to happen is if the economy does slow down, they'll start cutting rates. And when they cut rates, that means people are not able to make as much money in bonds. So that pushes the money into other riskier assets because the bond rate will come down. And you're basically, why would I park all my money in a bond if it only gives me 1% when inflation is, 2 to 5 to 10%, depending on which type of metric you use. So people will move their money from assets like bonds into risk assets. So right now we have a 94% chance of keeping the rate the same. And then we have some other data coming from the Fed next week. So Tuesday we have home price index for 20 cities. We have consumer confidence, which will be a big one. We had Michigan consumer confidence that did not go well, and that caused a pretty big pullback. If we go look at the stock market, we had a pretty big daily candle pullback there. So that was kind of what that news was from, about down 2%. So we'll get some more consumer confidence. We will have, what else we got going on here? So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, new home sales. I think this will be, a decent indicator. And then this is, I think, the one that people are really waiting for is on Thursday. So initial jobless claims. Now, there's a lot of layoffs going in the government right now. I saw the tweet from Elon Musk saying, basically, let us know what you did last week. Name 5 things you did last week. And if you don't respond, that's your resignation. So we're going to have a lot of people claiming joblessness. When they first get unemployed, they claim this. They get their money from the government for being unemployed for whatever, a couple months. So if we see this number spike really high, it might be short-term bad for assets because the stock market will sell off. People will be scared of recessions, but usually what that also causes is interest rate cuts and money printing eventually, which is what kind of we're looking for to see the altcoin season start. So what else we got here? Durable good orders minus transportation, GDP reading, which is very important, pending home sales. Okay, federal. What do we got? -5. What are these columns again? Previous and the forecast. So previous is -5.5. Forecast is -2. We'll have the Federal Reserve speaking, talking, blah, 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 blah. Friday, personal income, personal spending, PCE index, PCE year over year, core PCE. So this is another huge one. So this is a big week. This really is a big week. We'll have manufacturing PMI coming up the following week. So yeah, there's a lot of news coming that I think is kind of why we've just been hanging out, right? So if you go look at like even Bitcoin, and we turn on daily candles. I mean, look at this. This is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Basically 19 days of nothing. Honestly, I mean, if you really look at it, I mean, it's been just pretty much trading between 92 and 106 for this entire time. So there's not a lot happening right now. And I think people are kind of just waiting to see what happens with the economy. There's so much uncertainty right now with tariffs and trade wars and, the government shakeup and what's happening with that. Are we going to have taxes? Are we going to be paying federal taxes? All of this, are they going to audit Fort Knox and see what's going on there? So I think there's just so much going on right now that the price is kind of just hanging out, waiting for something to happen. They're waiting for maybe a strategic Bitcoin reserve announcement, or maybe an announcement from the Fed saying that they're going to end quantitative tightening on April 1st, or, whatever. If they give a timeline when they're going to be doing that, I think people would start front running the purchasing of alts. So right now, what I'm doing for leverage is I'm kind of just waiting. I have 2 positions open and that's it. I have my Bitcoin position and my Litecoin position. I'm trying to trade less leverage and kind of just build up these positions so that when we have the next big move up, I can capitalize on that. So you can see I have my stop or my take profit at 179,000 for my Bitcoin trade. That's where I plan on closing this because I am expecting to see a double in the price in the next couple months. I mean, again, who knows what happens. If it goes down, I will just add more to my position. If I do make it to 179, that is 54 grand in profit. That'd be pretty sweet. And Litecoin, if we get some sort of an ETF, I've been super bullish on Litecoin. honestly since like 2017, but I've had a big position. I mean, not that big for me, probably small for other people. But yeah, I've had a big Litecoin position for a while, and I'm continuing to add to my Litecoin position. I have a couple orders on the books if the price does come back a little bit, to pick up a little bit more Litecoin, because I am expecting an ETF to get approved for Litecoin. And honestly, it's really the closest thing to Bitcoin, really, compared to really most of the cryptocurrencies. It's probably the closest thing to Bitcoin in terms of a store of value. It has proof of work. It has 84 million max supply, and has cheap transfer and all that. It's really quick. So I'm a huge fan of Litecoin and have been for a very long time. Honestly, I'm most bullish on Bitcoin and Litecoin, but so I'm going to continue to add those positions. I have been trading Litecoin up on and off between this whole phase. As you can see, buy, sell, buy, sell. You can see a lot of that here. So I have been trading Litecoin a lot and made some very nice profits. You can see, look at all those trades there. Lots of trades. Most of them are just adding a small percent as it dips and then selling a small percent as it goes up. And then if my profit's really high, I did close the position fully on, or mostly like half the position. I don't know why it does that up here. So I have been enjoying trading that. If you do want to sign up for Bitunix, I have a link below. There's also a trading competition going on BYDFi, and I also have a link for BTCC. So if you want to try any leverage trading, remember, it is very risky. Use low leverage and be very careful. Use very small positions, especially in the beginning. You're most likely going to lose money in the beginning, but after a while of experience, you can definitely turn this into consistent money making. So if you do want to try out any of those exchanges, link below. Those help me out. They help you out. They give you lower fees, and there's a bunch of newcomer bonuses. So that's kind of what's going on in the market. I think we're kind of just on hold waiting for next week. We'll see what happens. That's going to be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below. What are you super bullish on? What are you waiting for to happen? And that's going to be it. Have a great day, everyone. Also, if you want to join the Discord, feel free. I have some video suggestion channels in there and some other stuff. So feel free to join that, and have a great day, everyone. See you guys.